Why you're always hungry on the carnivore diet, and more importantly, how to fix it.
I'm a pastor, an entrepreneur, a world traveler, and a martial artist. But most importantly, I'm a devoted husband and dad with an amazing family. And the older I get, the more I realize the importance of being healthy so that I can be all that I can and should for my family. I haven't always been healthy though. In fact, I've struggled with my weight for a lot of my life. But in recent years, I found some great success in my weight loss and fitness journey living a lower carbohydrate lifestyle, particularly that of the keto and carnivore variety. Follow me on my journey as I continue to explore and share the benefits of living the low-carb lifestyle.
What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the channel. If you're on the carnivore diet and you're thinking, why am I still hungry all the time? I mean, I thought meat was supposed to be filling. Hey, if that's you, don't worry, you're not alone. And today I'm going to be breaking down exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how you can fix it fast so you can finally feel full, energized, and satisfied. Look, I've been there, right? Eating tons of steaks like ribeyes, eggs, bacon, and still feeling like I could crush another plate 30 minutes later. But once I understood what was really going on, everything changed. So if you've been struggling with hunger on carnivore, then this video is exactly what you need. All right, so here's the thing. The carnivore diet sounds simple, right? Just eat meat till you're full. But when people feel constant hunger, it's usually not because the diet isn't working, but rather it's because of one of three major issues. The first of which is that you're not eating enough fat. The second possible is that you're still transitioning off of carbs. And the third likelihood is that you're under eating overall, even if you think you're not. All right, so let's go ahead and unpack each of those really quickly. Now you gotta remember that fat is your main fuel source on carnivore. So if you're eating mostly leaner meats, like chicken breasts or sirloins or maybe egg whites, then the reality is your body's gonna burn through that protein fast and it screams for more energy. And so what happens in that case? You're gonna feel hungry, even if you just ate. So then how do you fix it? Well, simply put, you just gotta add more fatty cuts of meat. So think of things like ribeye, ground beef 80-20, eggs with the yolks, bacon, or simply add some butter or tallow to your meals. And when you start hitting that sweet spot of fat intake, then hunger will naturally level out. Consider wild animal predators, right? They're always eating the fatty parts of their prey. Should be no different with you. All right, now if you've been eating carbs most of your life, then your body's still addicted to those quick glucose hits. And so when you go carnivore, basically your brain is starting to say, where's my sugar fix? It's not real hunger, if you will. It's more like a carbohydrate withdrawal that's disguised as hunger. And the truth is, this can last for a few weeks while your body learns to burn fat efficiently again. And so my encouragement to you is simply to stay the course, hydrate enough, and make sure that you're getting enough sodium and electrolytes. Now, there are a lot of people on carnivore that underestimate how much food they're going to actually need. Yes, meat is calorie dense, but if you're eating tiny portions or skipping meals too often, especially early on in your carnivore journey, then your body is just going to stay in hunger mode. And so believe it or not, the fix here is actually to track your intake for a few days. Most people do best starting around 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight, plus plenty of fat for energy. But I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid to eat more. Remember, carnivore isn't about restriction. It's much more about nourishing your body properly. Now, if you've nailed your fat and calories, but you still feel off, there's a few things that you can consider here. First of which is electrolytes. And that basically means that you're low on sodium or potassium, and that can trigger a false hunger. The other thing to consider is stress or poor sleep. Remember, cortisol is your stress hormone, and these spikes can mess with your hunger cues. The other thing is meal frequency. Now, some people will do better with 2 to 3 solid meals rather than OMAD. That is the 1 meal a day protocol. And so make sure that you consider both options. So here is the bottom line, my friends. If you're always hungry on carnivore, it's not a willpower issue. So please dismiss that if you're already starting to anticipate that kind of a notion. It's more a fuel issue. If you fix your fat ratio and you eat enough total calories and you give your body time enough to adapt, hunger will become something that you barely think about. And trust me, once your metabolism is fully fat adapted, adapted, you'll be amazed how naturally your appetite regulates itself. Hopefully you found this helpful, my friends. If this video helped you, then make sure that you hit the like button as well as subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more hot new future carnivore content that I got coming down the pipe for you. Now you tell me, what's your go-to high-fat meal that keeps you full the longest? I'd love to hear your ideas. Make sure you comment down below. And by the way, if you're still struggling with hunger or cravings, please check out my channel. I've got a ton of videos here, but more specifically, check out my other video next, and it's on how long does it take to adapt to the carnivore diet. I'll link it right here below. That's it, my friends. This is Jason Ligo with the Low Carb Lifestyle. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.